2 firefighting helicopters, 1 Sky, 1 Wildfire, burning just miles from Athens. Then, in an instant, they collided. 1 aircraft went down, straight into the fire it was trying to put out. It happened Sunday, west of the Greek capital, near the village of Porto Germeno. 2 crew members are dead, 1 Greek, 1 Danish. 2 more survived. This crash happened inside the worst wildfire emergency Europe has seen in years, with Greece, France, and Spain all burning at once, and 250,000 people already forced from their homes. No guessing, no dramatizing. Just the facts, the science, and the real stakes. Let's get into it. The collision. What actually happened. Sunday, August 2nd. 2 helicopters, leased by the Hellenic Fire Service, were working the most dangerous stretch of a wildfire in Boeotia, about 45 miles northwest of Athens. Winds were strong and gusting, making water drops harder and less predictable. Bystander video shows the 2 aircraft flying dangerously close together before they collided. 1 helicopter crashed. Search and rescue moved in fast. 2 crew members died, 1 Greek national, 1 Danish national. 2 others survived, including a British pilot. Greece's Prime Minister, Kyriakos Mitsotakis, called it a tragic accident and offered condolences to both families. The fire, a country already stretched thin. This didn't happen in isolation. Just days earlier, 3 other firefighters had already died in the line of duty. 2 in Crete, 1 in the Peloponnese. Greece's Civil Protection Minister, Evangelos Tournas, said the country's emergency response had been pushed to its limits. By the weekend, Greece was fighting on several fronts at once. The Boeotia Attica fire was burning toward western Athens for a 3rd straight day. A separate fire was burning in Phokida, and a new fire broke out overnight on the island of Kefalonia, spreading into residential areas by Sunday morning. More than 300 firefighters and 92 vehicles were deployed to the Boeotia front alone. When flames cut off the roads out of Agios Vasileios, over 200 people had to be evacuated by sea by the Hellenic Coast Guard. The bigger picture, not just Greece. This is one front in a much bigger disaster. In France, a wildfire scar covering 420 square kilometers is still smoldering in Gironde, with nearly 3,000 firefighters deployed there and a second fire in Provence. In Spain, wildfires have driven people from their homes during peak tourist season. Together, France and Spain alone have displaced roughly 1/3 people. Zoom out further, and 2025 was Europe's worst wildfire year on record, with over 10,000 square kilometers burned. Wildfires have been linked to nearly 800 deaths across Europe over the last 4 decades, and 2026 is on pace to add to that number. The science. Why aerial firefighting is this dangerous. From the ground, it looks simple. A helicopter scoops water, flies over the fire, drops it. In reality, it's one of the hardest jobs in aviation. Pilots fly low, often below ridgelines. Smoke can cut visibility to almost nothing in seconds. Heat from the fire creates violent updrafts, and turbulence can throw an aircraft off. Of course, without warning. Multiple helicopters often work the same fire front at once in the same airspace, coordinating drop patterns in real time over terrain and fire behavior that keep shifting. Now add strong, gusting wind, the same wind that's driving the fire. That's the exact environment investigators will be looking at in Porto Germeno. High wind, heavy smoke, multiple aircraft, and a fire front demanding constant aerial support. Drop a comment right now and tell me, have you ever lived through a wildfire, evacuation, or watched one unfold near you? If you want more fact-checked breakdowns of real disasters as they happen, subscribe to the channel. It's completely free, and a like genuinely helps this reach more people. Let's push for 5,000 likes on this one. Why this comparison matters. 2018, Mati versus 2026, Boeotia. Here's what actually changed. July 2018, a wildfire tore through Mati, a coastal town near Athens. It became the deadliest wildfire in modern European history, killing at least 104 people. No evacuation order was given in time. Greece's early warning system reportedly failed to activate. People were trapped on narrow streets, some burned in their cars, others drowned trying to swim away from the fire. Now, compare that to this weekend. Greece's 1 in 12 alert system pushed real-time evacuation warnings by text. When roads out of Agios Vasileios were cut off, authorities didn't wait. They evacuated over 200 people by sea, the same kind of coastal escape that turned fatal in 2018. This time it worked. So the lesson from Mati, build real alert systems, coordinate real evacuations, seems to have been learned, but this weekend shows the danger didn't disappear. It moved. Instead of untrained residents dying on the ground, 2 trained aircrew died. In the sky, doing the job meant to protect everyone else. What happens? Next, expect a formal investigation into flight data and coordination protocols between aircraft on the same fire front, and weather conditions that day should have grounded flights sooner. The fire itself isn't out. strong winds are expected to continue across Attica, Boeotia, and Evia, and civil protection, has flagged near maximum fire risk for the region. With France and Spain still fighting their own major fires, EU mutual aid resources are stretched thin. Final thought. Every wildfire story eventually becomes a story about the people running toward it, not away from it. Greece rebuilt its evacuation systems after Mati, and on the ground this weekend, that work likely saved lives. But in the sky above Porto Germeno, 2 more people who chose to fight the fire didn't come home. As summers get hotter and fire seasons get longer, the smallest margin for error left might be in the air. Subscribe so you don't miss the next update. Leave that comment below. Should aerial crews be grounded sooner when winds get this extreme, even if it means the fire burns longer? 5,000 likes on this one. Let's go. See you in the next one.